Hello and welcome to IP Study Video Lectures. Today we will discuss the 14th chapter of Grade 6 English Grammar and we will discuss the topic infinitives. Infinitives is a base form of a verb. It is used with or without the preposition to. Before the end of this lesson, you will be able to define what an infinitive is, illustrate infinitives in sentences. Demonstrate infinitives in sentences. Let us study this small example. Joe wanted to touch the flower. He felt a thorn prick his hat. Now, in both of these sentences, we had a verb, touch and prick. Both of these are verbs. However, in the first sentence, we needed the preposition to touch. This is an example of to-infinitive. And in the second sentence, we did not need the infinitive or the preposition to. So, this is an example of bare infinitive. So, the base form of a verb like eat, go, prick, touch, all of these are called infinitives. They can be used with the preposition to or without the preposition to as well. When we use it with to preposition, we call them to-infinitive. When we use them without to preposition, we call them bare infinitive. Let us read these sentences. Sam hopes to get a new laptop. Kesha wants to become a doctor. The infinitive is the base form of a verb. It is used with or without the preposition to. The infinitive with to, known as the to-infinitive, and this is the more usual form, like to get, to become. The to-infinitive is often used after the verbs. Common verbs followed by the to-infinitive include ask, forget, to forget, pretend, to apply, to hate, pull, begin, help, refuse, claim, hope, roam, choose, imply, seem, decline, intend, start, demand, like, try, expect, love, want, fail, plan, wish. All of these are the examples of to-infinitive verbs. That means these are the verbs which require the preposition to complete the sentence. There can be an object between the verb and the to-infinitive. For example, he asked them to plan the day before leaving. In this sentence, asked is the verb and to plan is to-infinitive and them is the object. So, there can be an object between the verb and to-infinitive, like he asked them to plan the day. So, to plan is the infinitive, asked is the verb and them is the object in this sentence. He advised the girl to wash herself. So, again, the verb is advised and the to-infinitive is to wash and the object is the girl. He advised whom? He advised the girl to wash herself. So, this is an example of to-infinitive, and often to-infinitive in a sentence may have an object between the verb and the to-infinitive. Common verbs followed by the object and the to-infinitive include. That means the verbs which requires an object as well as with to-infinitive. These are advise. The doctor advised or he advised him to take the rest. Right? So, he advised whom? Him or a friend. So, this is him or a friend is an object between the to-infinitive and the verb advise. Encourage. Sheena encouraged her friend to participate in the competition. So Sheena encouraged. Encouraged whom? Her friend. Her friend is the object to participate in the competition. So encourage is a verb which requires an object between the to infinitive and the verb. Remind, apply, expect, ready, ask, find, tell, call, invite, want, compel, order, wish. These are the examples of these verbs which requires an object and also to infinitive to complete the meaning. The to infinitive can also be used to express purpose, like when we state the reason. For example, I have come to see your mother. I have come to see your mother. This is a complete sentence, and to see is the to infinitive here. Now I have come to see your mother. Why? Because I want to see your mother, right? So sometimes this sentence, the to infinitive sentence, they state the purpose. I've come to see your mother. She must be unwell, or he wanted to pay her a visit, right? So these kind of sentences, they state the purpose. We go to school. Why do we go to school? To learn things, to learn new things. The to infinitive is often used after adjectives expressing feeling or desire, such as glad, sad, pleased, delighted, willing, surprised, happy, anxious, afraid, unwilling, impatient, and few other adjectives like easy, difficult, hard, impossible, likely, sure, and certain. For example, he will be glad to see you. So, glad is a feeling. So, sometimes the to infinitives are used after the adjectives, especially the adjectives which describe the feelings or desire, such as glad, sad, pleased, delighted. We are sorry to hear about his result. So, again, sorry, this adjective required a to infinitive verb which is to hear about his result. The infinitive without to, which is known as the bare infinitive, is used after the modals will, should, shall, would, can, could, may, might, and must. So bare infinitives, which means the infinitives which do not require the preposition to. They're used with the modals. Like it is also used after need when it is used without do in questions and negatives. For example, tomorrow will be a holiday. So be is a bare infinitive. You can use my phone. It is a bare infinitive. And it is also used after need when it is used without do. Like if do you need it? Yes, you can use my phone like this. Okay. The verbs make and let are followed by an object and bare infinitive. Like she let us use her phone. Right? So the verbs like let and make, they are followed by the infinitive, bare infinitive and an object. Use her phone. Use what? Her phone. My teacher let me leave early. So leave is the bare infinitive. Who let me leave early? My teacher let me leave early. However, that the verbs force and allow take the to infinitive. For example, I forced him to give the beggar some money. She allowed us to use her laptop. So the verbs like force and allow, they use to infinitive. The verbs feel, hear, see, watch can be used with the object and bare infinitive. Like he felt a thorn touch his hand. We heard the robber open the door. Right? So in both of these sentences, a thorn touched his hand and he felt it. That means a feeling. It requires an object with bare infinitive. He felt a thorn touched his hand. We heard the robber open the door. So, heard here, this is a feeling. Again, this required an object with bare infinitive. He heard the robber open the door. So, all of the sentences, they have certain verbs, correct? And those verbs, they require infinitives to complete the meaning of the sentence. What is an infinitive? Infinitive is a base form of a verb. Sometimes we use it with to preposition and sometimes we use it without to preposition. So we studied which kind of verbs, which kind of words they require to infinitive and which kind of words they require bare infinitives. So before we end this lesson, let's do a quick recap. The infinitive is the base form of the verb and is used with or without to. The infinitive can also be used to express purpose. The to-infinitive is often used after adjectives expressing feeling or desire. The infinitive without to is known as the bare infinitive. So this was all about infinitives. Thank you so much for staying with us. Keep revising your English grammar and stay tuned for our next video lecture.